A body spray that outperformed most high-dollar perfumes. Here's my review. Hello, my name is Ellison, and on this channel, I do perfume reviews, and I'm trying to help you find the next best fragrance to add to your collection. So, if that is something that you are interested in seeing more of, then I would highly suggest you hit that subscribe button down below just to stay in the loop with my future uploads. So today, we are reviewing the Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue Summer Vibes Eau de Toilette. Mouthful right here. For the sake of this video, I'm going to refer to this as Summer Vibes, okay? Just so you know, I'm not gonna go through that whole shebang. So this is actually my sister's fragrance, and she was like, this is just one of my favorites, it's become one of my favorites, and I really want you to review it. So she lent it to me, and let me tell you, I was impressed. But before I get ahead of myself, let's look at the fragrance notes. So we actually only have 3 notes. So for the top note, we have bergamot. For the heart note, we have peach. And for the base, we have cedarwood. Now, what I would say about this fragrance is that I could smell each of the fragrance notes, okay? When I spray this, I smell each of them, okay? I can smell the bergamot, I can smell that citrusy, sort of citrusy but woody but green fragrance. I smell the peach, I smell the juiciness of the peach fragrance note, and I smell the cedarwood, okay? It's like this woody, deep, a little bit more rugged fragrance note. So I smell all 3 of these, okay? And they're very well blended. I feel like they're all equally in this fragrance. It's not like, oh man, this is like peach heavy. No, I feel like they're all very well blended. I feel like they're all very equal in this fragrance. And so, but I could pinpoint them. And what I would have to say is that this is a very impressive fragrance for only having, what is that? For only having 3 notes. This is a very impressive fragrance in my opinion, just with how powerful it is and how impactful it is as far as, wearing it. Personally, so this is considered light blue summer vibes, and whenever I think of Dolce & Gabbana, I think of, we're at the beach, but it's leveled up, right? That's just what Dolce & Gabbana puts me in mind of, is that you are at the beach, you are somewhere very summery, very warm, but it's just a little bit upscale from where you're typically at, okay? This is not the neighborhood beach, this is the upscale beach, okay? This is the nice beach. This is the champagne on ice beach, okay? But with this, I typically think of a very aquatic smell, okay? A lot of Dolce & Gabbana is very aquatic. It has this blue, this watery essence to it that makes it very fresh, makes it very beachy, makes it very warm weather appropriate. But with this is fruity. This is the citrus fruity blend instead of the aquatic blend. And so this is very different. This is very unique for Dolce & Gabbana, in my opinion, because I feel like a lot of their fragrances really lean more into that aquatic nature. But this, it's just very citrusy, very fresh, but citrusy, fruity with that hint of woodiness to it. That makes it very pleasant. So good, so good. So as far as wear time, now I said that this is an eau de toilette. I'm practicing, guys. This is an eau de toilette, and so typically those last less time. They're not as powerful, they are a lower concentration, they're more of, just a light spritz, just very airy-fairy kind of nature of fragrance, okay? It's very lightweight, very pleasant, very easy to wear, more of like, I'm just putting something on. That's sort of what I think of when I think of an eau de toilette. With this was very strong, okay? In fact, I've tested a couple of different luxury brand eau de toilettes, and this by far, outperformed all of them. This lasted a long time. It was very powerful, okay? I wore this yesterday, and I put it on in the morning, and I could smell it on myself all day, okay? I was out and about until about 7:30 p.m. last night, and I could smell it on myself all day. It didn't matter that I was running errands. It didn't matter that I went to work. I didn't reapply, but I could still smell it. It was still very powerful, and it was still very effective. Now, I wouldn't say that it filled a room. I've obviously had perfumes, and I prefer perfumes that fill a room, that are very impactful, that are very expressive. But with this one, it was just a very nice, obviously it's still an eau de toilette, but it was still powerful. It was still impactful. It was still expressive. Honestly, I mean, I felt like this outperformed the other toilettes that I've tested that are in that luxury brand Bone. And so I was very impressed with this. And I understand why my sister is so crazy about it, because it is just this very nice, fresh, fruity, citrusy fragrance, but it lasts a long time, and it's just a beautiful perfume. And, obviously whenever I put a fragrance on, it is in the same places. It is on my neck and chest and in the elbow creases, and I do not rub. That is how I apply every single one of the fragrances that I test. And so this, it performed the same as one of the very high concentration fragrances that I've tested. Because I know that typically when you have an eau de toilette, or if you have like a body spray or something like that, you sort of want to just douse yourself and call it a day. But with this, I did not feel the need to douse myself. I did not feel the need to cover myself. I definitely did not need to reapply. It was present, it was okay, it was fine, it did not need my help. So I appreciate that. I don't want to have to help my fragrance to work. I don't want to have to convince my fragrance to work. I want it to work without me putting in extra effort. And this Dolce & Gabbana showed up. We love that for them. So as far as occasions that I would wear this fragrance to, this is very casual for me. This is definitely not a upscale kind of fragrance. I know that I said Dolce & Gabbana puts me in mind of, an upscale beach kind of environment, but what I would have to say is that casual upscale beach kind of environment, okay? Very casual. This is not special event, this is not night out, this is not a nice dinner. That is not what this perfume puts me in mind of whatsoever. I would go for a different Dolce & Gabbana fragrance if that is what you are looking for. For me, this is very much so just an everyday kind of fragrance, okay? If you are going to work or if you are running errands on a summer day, very summery for me, very, just the citrus, fruity, woody kind of nature of it. It is very summery, very warm weather appropriate. So I would definitely keep it for the summer for sure, maybe spring weather. But it is a casual fragrance. It is a casual fragrance for sure. I would not wear this to, we're gonna, go out for drinks and dinner tonight. I would not wear this for that at all. Even if it was like, oh, we're in Hawaii and we're going out for drink. No, I would not wear this to that. It is just a little bit too casual for me. While it does last and it is powerful and strong and a little bit heavy, it still is just a little too fruity for me. It is still a little too alive for me, and I'm gonna need something a little darker and heavier for the evening kind of wear, for a special event kind of wear. So that is my personal opinion. Obviously, if you have this fragrance and you're like, I wear this all the time, it doesn't matter what the occasion is, then you do you. Personally, I would not wear this to a special event, a nicer event. So that's my 2 cents on the Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue Summer Vibes Eau de Toilette. If you have your own thoughts about this fragrance, if you've smelled it, if you've smelled other Dolce & Gabbana fragrances, and you're like, you need to talk about this fragrance, drop me a comment down below. I read my comments, I go through my comments, and I try to reply to all of them. So definitely drop me a comment down below. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know what you're thinking about this fragrance, or if there is another fragrance that you're like, you have not talked about this, and that's a problem. So if you have something that you want me to share about, if you have something that you want me to review and talk about here on my channel, then definitely leave me a comment down below. I will be linking this fragrance for you in the description box down below, so definitely check that out. Purchase it for yourself. If you are in need of a good summer fragrance, I've got you right here. Dolce & Gabbana's got you. So definitely check that out. And if you are looking for another summertime appropriate, lightweight, beautiful fragrance, then I would check out this video right here. This is my review of the Memoir Archives by the Sea fragrance, which is just a gorgeous, fresh, but very pleasant, summery, springy, warm weather fragrance that I think that you will really like if you are into Dolce & Gabbana Summer Vibes. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed this video. I love you oh so very much, and until we meet again, so long.